Hey everybody, it's Brad here. This is for you yearbook people, and I'm gonna show you how the basic sport and club layout looks like. So let's get started. So here I've created a very basic overview on what how I lay out my sport and clubs pages. So let me just zoom in, and as you can see, I have them staggered. I have a list and a picture and a picture and a list. And basically I do this to maintain balance. And then along the center I have sport or club candids. So yeah, this is essentially the layout. So you'll have it'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4, whichever order you're doing it. And word of advice, I'd worry about text last. So yeah. So this is the basic layout, study this real good, And, be creative with it. It doesn't have to stay exactly like this. As long as it looks good and, it's easy on the eyes, I'll be happy. So, I'm actually going to go through designing how to design or place your pictures on there properly. So, yeah, let me navigate my files. Let me just minimize this window. And here's my folder over here. And, okay, so I'm going to open up my pre-made background that I already made myself. Well, I'll just wait for it to open. It will lag quite a bit. Alright, now it's reading. Sweet. Now, this is the pre-made layout that I made. See, I already made a background. I've designed what I want it to look like. And this red line over here, that's the bleed line. And you want to keep things away from that as much as possible, because it will get cut out when the thing is printed. I can always hide it too, so sweet. Now adding pictures on. You want to find the picture that you want, so I'm just going to minimize that window again. And I'm going to start with baseball. Just going to double click on that. And let me change the view to thumbnail so I can preview what's in it. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to do a very basic layout. So what you want to do is get the file that you want, drag it onto here, the start menu, and then Adobe Photoshop should open, then let go into this gray area. Then it'll open. Sweet. Now, using the marquee tool, or pressing M on your keyboard, what you want to do is select what you want, and so that there's no space wasted. Sweet. Now just let go. And now we've selected what we want to put on. Now, what we want to do is we want to move this onto this background over here. So what I'm going to do is choose the move tool. The shortcut is V on your keyboard. I'm just going to click. Let's just wait for it to load. I don't know why it's lagging. Click and drag it onto here. And it's going to lag quite a bit. There you go. And there you have your picture. So now you also want to resize it. Now, as much as possible, keep it at its biggest. And as you keep running at if you find that you need more space, make it smaller. But don't make it smaller, then make it big again, because then you'll just lose quality in the pictures. So to resize, hold down the Shift key to maintain the proportion of your picture, and then click, and then just drag. So that seems about good. Sweet. And this is all using the move tool, or the transform. There, and then press enter to commit to your changes. So yeah, now we have that. Also, if you want, you can also rotate your picture. So if you see the cursor move to these set of arrows, just simply click and then rotate. Just drag to however you'd like it. I think this looks good. Let go. Press enter to commit to your changes. Sweet. And obviously this area over here would be where your title of the sport or club and the list, where the list would be. And you can do this by I don't know, adding a sticky onto it, or you can just put it directly on, whichever way you like. You just be creative, you guys. Don't limit yourselves. And yeah, you can also add effects to this picture. So you could drop your shadow, make it look like a photo. So we're gonna do that by pressing on this little F icon over here. This thing is lagging. I'm on Windows, what do you expect? Alright, click on the F. Now, I'm going to add a border first, so I'm going to press stroke. And what stroke does is basically it adds an outline to whatever the shape of your layer is. So, yes, you want to change the color to white. Sorry about that. And you want to change the size just by a bit. And then make the position inside, so the stroke is on the inside so you don't have round edges. Now, you also want to drop a shadow. You can always go to drop shadow. And then you can control the distance of the shadow, as you can see, the spread, and the size. I think that's good. And the opacity. Sweet. Now you have that going on. And I think I'm going to add candids right now. So what I'm going to do is I'll just minimize everything again. I found my files. Let me see thumbnails. Alright, so I got a nice variety going on here. I'm going to select about 4 pictures. Click and drag right onto Photoshop. This might lag again, bear with me. Sweet. Now we got all our pictures. We want to focus on one, so we'll just minimize them. And you see, as you see, they'll minimize over here. And you just want to keep that in mind. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up my workspace a bit. So I'm just gonna say I like this shot a lot. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select, again, I'm gonna select what I need. I think that's good. Use the move tool. Click and drag, and there you go, Bob's your uncle, there it is. Resize. Move it using the arrow keys, or you can always drag it, I don't know which way. Enter to commit to changes. Sweet. As you notice, these are all separate layers onto the canvas that you're doing. So you can always choose to hide the layer that you're doing, and you know, experiment with different effects with by using visibility. I'm just gonna add another picture. Sweet. Use the move tool, click and drag, let it on, resize holding the shift key, enter to commit, and there you go. So I think you guys get the general idea. I think I like that one. Well, something tells me this is going to be a pretty bad picture, but that's alright. Actually, no, I don't like that. I can't stress how important it is to resize as little as possible, because then you'll, like I said, you'll lose quality. So you'll just want to avoid that. This is a bit too big. No, that's not going to work. But I can always shift it over here and then play around with the spacings that I have. So what I can do now, I don't want to have to go through the trouble of adding these effects again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the picture that we already added the effects to. Now we're going to right click on the layer over the layers panel here. Right click, copy layer style. And there you go. Now what you want to do is select this layer now, or whichever picture it is that you want. You want to select multiple pictures, hold down the shift key, then select the other ones. And it helps that you have auto select layer and show transform controls on. So this is the first thing you guys should do, actually. Auto select layer, show transform controls. And yeah, and what we're going to do now, in order to make it look like this, we're going to right click, paste layer style, and there you go. So I hope this video helped you guys design your sport or clubs pages. I hope you guys, you know, be creative. Like, don't stick to my example. Just like play around with it, and as long as it looks good, you know, I'll like it and it follows the theme. And yes, and remember, keep away from the bleed lines. I'll hide that so you know, there's no red. But yeah, so that's basically it. I'll come out with another podcast. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys later.